Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US indices for the 5th of April, and starting with the S&P. So we're looking at this move up here being impulsive and expecting a move up into the 3,000 area. I do have two counts for the move coming up through here. So today we'll look at those two counts. The first count is that we have wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for the third wave here. And we'll look at the 5 waves between wave 4 and 5 in a moment. However, the thing that sort of bothers me about this particular count is two things. First of all, this particular wave 4 here doesn't really look like a wave 4. It's really acting like a wave 2. The other point here too is that from this high here through to here, if we counted this up as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, then this one's got an overlapping wave structure between 4 and 1 here. It's not a big deal, but it's just something. So there's two little things in here that sort of bother me with this particular count, but I like this count for, as I mentioned before, I've sort of taken it from the Asian markets. But yeah, like I mentioned, our main interest is this structure in here. The other count that I have for this is this, not that one, is this one here, where it's kind of a bit better really. We'll look at this as 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then 5, and then the fourth wave here, and then 1 and 2 here, and then going up for a third wave here. So we'd need to see that move higher here, of course. It needs to be, wave 3 needs to be longer than wave 1 here. So but this structure actually fits reasonably well. There's not there's no overlapping wave structures, so we're tracking this one as well. So the other point here is that whatever the scenario is that our trading is we trade in a degree of structure that we actually understand, and we're working this particular structure here. So on some of the other indices, this little move down here, we could have wave 2 sitting on this low rather than this low. It's obviously it's not as low as this one here. The other thing here too, this pulled back to the 50-60% retracement level as 1 and 2, and it's pulled back sharply. So it's done the right things for a wave 2 in that regard, rather than the other wave 4. So yeah, look, our focus is on this. This is okay to have a third wave here, but we need it to be longer than wave 1 here. So if we just grab this here, I could use a Fibbo tool, but I'm a bit old-fashioned. So if I copy that and put that here, that's the length of, would need to be above that there. We're obviously going to have problems, resistance, not a problem, but we're going to have resistance at the 2900 area here. And we can see that we've got it over here as well, a little bit higher of course, but we're going to get that resistance there. So once this 5 waves finishes here, then we know that it's going to correct from that stage. How far it goes is the question. So with that in mind, we can move into the hourly chart here. So yeah, counting this to the upside, counting this as wave 1 here and wave 2 over here is a little bit of a problem, because the Nasdaq actually dropped lower than this one here. So instead of having blue wave 2 here, I think that we need blue wave 2 over here. It does bring our focus into this little area through here. So I'm just going to move to the tick chart, and I need to do some work on this here. So what we can do, this is where we place the trades though, is we can move this up under here now. So this is group 2 here, 65, 72 and 80. We don't want to put stops on whole numbers, and 65 is an important number here, so we wouldn't want to put it at 64 in case we got a spike. 63, so normally stops on the long side have to end in a 2, so 28.62, or they will end in a 6. So I've either got to come up from either 2 or come up to number 6 there, 66. That's where that can sit. And in this case, we can have it at 66 here because this move here appears to be corrective here. So we can put that at 66 there. Yeah, don't put stops at whole numbers because you'll just get stopped out, because that's where all the orders are, and that's what people, larger commercials will push to those prices to get that. So in this trade here, being long around this area here, we looked at taking part profit probably at the 72. I think I've moved that a little bit, but in that space there, and we will exit at 29 area here. So just on just doing a bit of housework. I should have updated this chart a bit nicer, but it's not easy being me. So yeah, let's have a look at the tick chart. So this is 100 ticks here. So I've also thought that I'm going to start paying a little bit more attention to the tick chart. This is 100 ticks and also 20 ticks as well. And I figured that if I focus put a little bit more effort into tracking these smaller waves, then it would give me more confidence in the bigger picture. So that's what I'm going to do. So yeah. Now in this case here, we can see that we've got a nice impulse wave from the downside here. So we've got to look at that as wave A. And this is certainly little A, B and C here for the wave B here. And then this 5-wave structure down here is not the best looking thing in town, but basically wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we do have overlapping wave structures within this particular pattern here. So, but I've seen that before on this degree of structure. So the thing here is that we've got 5 waves to move up into this space here. So I'm considering this wave 1. If this market moves back below, the thing with this, working with the tick chart here, is that I can't draw lines on this side of the price. I can put objects there. So we're going to put our stop here. This stop can also be a short trade here as well. Okay. So just into that space there. We need to allow this to come back 60%. 61.8% into this space, and then we'll see wave 3 here, wave 4 and wave 5 up here for this here. But I'm putting them here just as a rough thing. You know, the main point here is to count the waves up here. So I can see here already we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. The 5th may not be finished, but we'll come back in an ABC and then up again. So if you're going to go long here, you could wait for this wave 1 here and then wave 2 to come back, and then just go long above this one here, or draw a line through it in this way. Yeah, moving to the upside there. So we had that at 66. Still a bit low there. We can put it probably under this one here. Yeah, okay, well that's it. Thanks for tuning in, and enjoy the weekend, and yeah, all good. Cheers.